XOP. X-ray. Piper Sandler maintains. Bank of America. Tesla. NIO. TQQ. U.S. existing home sales. Let's see. XHB. All right. Got some pretty interesting ones to look over today. So starting off, of course, we got the TQQ and the SQQ reacting to the SPY's movements back and forth. We got NIO out here with a little bit of news. There you got a buzz report. Wall Street's Donnell called out MLGO. MLGO. This one's what, 581 coming on up the board. LGO. Looking pretty good. Let's see what kind of news is on this one. MLGO. MicroAlgo launches knowledge enhanced backtracking search algorithm to improve efficiency, accuracy, and adaptability of problem solving for decision support of research institutions. Okay. Looks like a Chinese company as well. Let's go see if that is true. Yep, based out of Shenzhen, China. Okay, do they have any keywords like AI in here though? Gaming, Chinese Republic. Not specifically AI, but definitely technology based. Okay. Removal of listing. No shelf registrations out there that I see. Let's jump back over here. So we'll keep that one on watch. Oil continues to hold up those 90s. I'm liking it. I'll probably check next week to see if I want to add to my oil, my INDO, or Hustle, or some of the dividend stocks that I have in oil. Today I did see this one, SPDR XOP. This is an oil ETF. And yeah, it's just been trending up from, it was down here at 120, did a little double bottom. Now it was up here at about 145. So looking good. Looking good. I'm not in this one though. This isn't one of the, it does pay a dividend, I believe. XOP. Let's see what that dividend is looking like. Annual dividend is $3.32, 2.31%. Pays every quarter, $83.95. So about $1 a quarter almost. had a little bit of drop off during 2021, 2022, but looks like, let's go back. 5 cents, 32 cents. It's a little up and down on the dividend side. Okay. You also check out that SPY real quick and see if it's still going down. Yeah, looking out here on the SPY, we can see that now these back a couple weeks ago, I was looking at this one candle that found a little bit of pressure to the upside, and I was looking at the highs and lows of this candle. All three of these, the low, the wick out here, the low of the body, and the high of the body got tested before this thing started dumping. Now, I think that this day, some kind of news had dropped on the SPY. Forget if it was a FMO, whatever meeting with the feds. And on this day, I was like, oh, that might be a determining day to see what this thing wants to do. And it looks like it just played within this range between 443 and 449s, and then ended up dumping away from it. So I just took note of that day. You know, that was a news drop day, and people probably tried to play something, but ended up bearish and gapping down away from that. Almost $10 away from that now. MRTX was one that was going up on lung cancer news yesterday. Don't know what it's going to do, or will it do anything. Only has 1,000 shares traded, so for a day trade, probably not going to be the thing that is in our best interest. But interesting lung cancer news there, or lung cancer solution development. 89 bio. Let's not have that volume on the day. These are just a couple of movers that I took note of, and I was like, that's interesting. Good morning, Lori Lee. Lori, what's your week been looking like? What have you been getting into in the markets, or have you taken any trades this week? XOP on watch. Yeah, I had that for oil. Of course, I'm still holding my oil plays. I just been watching oil. As long as it holds those 90s, it's looking pretty good. You know, taking a little rest period. Of course, we had this big run up from 78 all the way up here to 90. So I expected some kind of consolidation around 90s, and that's what we're seeming to get. Break over 92s. Of course, we've already touched the 9250s up there, but this is some good consolidation, kind of rest period time if we're going to move higher. Oh, you were on my live yesterday and you couldn't type. I don't know what happened yesterday. But my chat, it wasn't showing me the chat. I had to look on YouTube, and then I noticed that the chat stopped on YouTube. So I don't know if that was a YouTube issue or what. But I can see y'all's chat now though. Lori said I traded on Tuesday. I forgot the name. Similar like yesterday, a stock bought at 4 something, sold above 5. Nice. I traded something myself. Let me see if I can find that trade. Do I not? Where's my account stuff? Where is account details? Okay, so let's see. I traded something this week as well. What was Monday was the 18th, so let's just go from 18 down to now. Okay, I traded BJDX. I couldn't remember the name. And on BJDX, got a bit of a move on this one when it first came out here. And I was looking for this thing to break. Let me zoom back a little bit on this. Okay, so this was the line that I had, or not the line, but the trend that I had spotted. And I was like, man, this thing will not break up. What is going on? So I started entering around this. I was looking for the 440 hold, 450 hold, I mean. And I got in here, and I should have waited for some confirmation on the bottom on the 15-minute, but I got in on this candle right here. Let me see, draw a oval. I got in on this candle right here. And I saw it come up and I was like, I'm thinking this thing can break this trend. And so it comes up here, tests the trend, gets going down. And I was like, oh man, why? And I really didn't want to get caught in a double bottom breakdown or a flat bottom breakdown right here at the 430s. 430s, 429 was like my first stop. And so when it came down, I was just like, yeah, let me go ahead and get out of here. I got it out with a small gain because I was taking off right at this test. When I saw weakness, I was taking off. I had like 1,500 shares or something like that, looking for this break that came right here. This break, after it kind of fumbled around this 430, it broke out, and I was like, oh well, but I definitely should have waited for some kind of confirmation. Usually I wait for a larger green candle like this to enter, but yeah, I took this little red indecision and took a small little green day, but it ended up going at the end of the day going up to what, 521 there. So I had a good buy price. I was looking at the right spot, but yeah, it just stopped me out on that. I was like, well, if it's gonna be weak, I was wrong, so I just accept being wrong. I'm not about to hold through being wrong. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it. But it did go ahead and get up there during aftermarket. I don't even know, even if I had this trade still on, let's say if I entered down here, I don't even know if I would have held it into aftermarket. Probably would have just took profit. It moved from 430 up here, and my goal was to get 22 cents out of this. So it definitely gave that, which was what, 435 up to the 476. So definitely gave that little range there that I was looking for. But got on out of there, small winner. And I was like, well, I'll be ready for the next one. Wait for some confirmation. But it had a nice little, shorts were winning very nicely. And I was looking for them to start selling. And I think what it was on this ticker, you couldn't use stop losses. So you couldn't just set a stop loss and forget it. So I had to manually, manage the trade. And I was like, you know what? Getting close to lunchtime. I'm about to go to lunch. I'm going to go ahead and cut this and get on out of here. Not trying to get ripped down on. And so that's what I did. So, yep, that was the one trade that I took earlier this week. Let's see. One life, one chance. The president himself has entered the building. He's probably wearing his boss hat. Reliable Rudy says, I thought about that ETF. I like how it's fairly equal weight. I went with the XLE because the expense ratio is a lot better. Nice. I held EBET into the close, took the 7 cent break yesterday, had some good trims into the 8s. eBet was the one that you had called out earlier in the week, I believe. Let me look. eBet, yeah. I just needed some more range on this thing. I know you had called it out, I think on this day. Um, what was the 20th? Yeah, Wednesday. You called that out on that one, and you were like, "Man, I should have took that one." But let's see, it went from what 6 to 7, so not huge moves. I believe you pretty much had the sides into this pretty good bit to make some money on it. Being 7 cents though, you probably was taking like 10,000 shares, 20,000 shares on it. I don't know. Good morning, Fresh in the house as well. Everybody chiming in, man. We're here watching the market, seeing oil continue to rip. Of course, I've been seeing it at the oil pumps, and you know, it's been something that I was thinking was gonna happen coming into wintertime anyway. But yeah, oil has been one of the key things. I don't know if anybody has taken any trades on oil except me. I've bought some oil ETFs, bought some small cap oil, bought some mid cap. I've bought all kind of oil, just sitting. All right, we're looking pretty good on the day. I'm looking for things with range and volume. So the minimum volume that I usually look for is 1 million shares, just to kind of start watching something with range. If it's got some range, like 20, 50, 60, 75 cents, and it has volume, I'm trying to watch that before it starts moving up. And if it's already moving up, I just am waiting for the dip, waiting for that thing to come back into obvious, or not just obvious, but um almost support levels that you just can't miss when you look at the chart is what I'm looking for. So I guess it would be stupid obvious, where anybody in the world can just come in and be like, "Hey, that looks like some interesting level of support, doesn't it?" Yup. Go ahead and try to short there. MLGO back down below 38%. It was up 46% just a minute ago. MLGO is gonna need a little bit more range for me. But these big wicks out here on MLGO, I don't know if I like that. We've seen that during the week. Big wicks to the upside, and kind of just a real indecisive chop around. So, but it doesn't have enough range for me just yet. It moved from the 436 and all the way up to the 612s. We'll see what the pullback looks like on it. And let's actually look on a daily chart at this thing. Ooh, it's been running. Okay. So it was flat down here. Let me back off a little bit. Oh, it hadn't been getting beat down. It's just been sitting still for a while. And just had a pop from 230s up here to the 360s. Hold up. 360 level there. And then it has popped all the way to the 5, well, almost to the 6. So I don't know what would be an exact number here, or exact support here value, but maybe 356, maybe. But that is a long way down there. When I look at the hour chart, 356 is all the way. I mean, that would be dead. So I don't know where this one would be, because nothing else is obvious. Let's back up and see. I mean, you got this spot all the way back here in what, January 2023. Nah. And the news on this one was what again? Launches knowledge enhanced backtracking search algorithm to improve efficiency. Oh, this is the Chinese stock that we saw earlier. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Well, we'll see how that plays out. It's got almost 4 million shares traded on it. Trying to see if anything more interesting comes up. We have about 10 minutes until the open. It's probably gonna get super volatile. We already see these big wicks, so I want to see if these big wicks continue into the open. See if people get scared out or what kind of fear is initiated off that. Come on, baby. Reliable, are you planning on getting a piece of TQQ or SQQ today? Of course, the SPY looks like it's been going downward for the most part. Let's pop over that SPY. Yeah, it has a little bit of a trend down. I got so many lines out here that probably are unnecessary that I just forgot to delete. Okay. Let's jump back over here to the ringleader here. So at this moment, this is quite a bit of a gap down. I don't know, maybe some smaller days, smaller range days need to happen before this thing tries to slow down. But at this point, I'm in the complete mindset that the SPY is going to be bearish on today and probably a little bit choppy if it does start to slow down, choppy on indecision. But it is Friday, and we want to know the overall environment of the market before we go and dive into it. So the overall market is bearish. If we are looking for something to trade, it's probably going to have to just be going completely in the opposite direction of the market, absolutely ripping. You know, just does not care about the market sentiment and is ripping against the market. Or you can short with the market, whichever one you want to do. But for me specifically, I'm pivot trading, so I'm looking for something that can kind of go against the market, go to the long side. And if I can't spot anything, I'm not going to push or pressure a trade. I also saw Bank of America doing this same thing. Now, Bank of America here looks like it has like a triple bottom. Has a bottom here, 28, bottom around 28 again, bottom, and it looks like it's going to be trying to break down. If it can get below what the 28s, 27.98 is that bottom right there on Bank of America. We'll see. I know Reliable was watching Bank of America for a while. I don't know if he's still in it, but has a couple of levels down here to be tested. Level down here to 26, 27s. But they're a little bit close, so I don't really know the exact zone of this. Let's zoom back a little bit on this. What do we see in the past over here? Just a little bitty gap back here at 27. So got a little zone, but I think it's going to continue to try to push down a little bit with the market. Fresh says, have I been taking any crypto trades lately? Nah, man. I've been stacking up on freaking dividend stocks, bro. I've been getting that money up on the dividend side, building the portfolio out on there. I was letting everything, of course, I've been calling that crypto was going to come down for a bit. Ben was definitely against all of my crypto prices coming down. But of course, Adam is like at $7. I was like, it's coming to $5. So it's only got $2 left, and just being patient. What was the other one? BNB came down as well a lot. I sold for profit. I had bought BNB at like 240 something and sold at around, I think it was like 260 or 270 on BNB, but now it's down to almost 200. So I'm glad I sold. Let me see. BNB. Yeah. So I was watching, and this is my actual, this is how I got in. I saw this thing come down here and I was like, huh, this looks interesting. Let's see what a consolidation would look like. And it actually went without me. And then I bought right around the 240s up in here. And then it went up here and I was taking profits, and then it started coming down. I got scared and I kind of cut a lot of the position. And then it went back up and I sold the rest up here. And then now this thing is all the way down here to 210. Oh, y'all ain't even seeing this. So basically, this was the original, I guess, plan on BNB that I traded. Came down hard, pulled down into this level of the 1 or 200s. I missed this whole move. And I kept watching it, saw it go higher, and I was like, well, maybe I just missed it. And then it came back down, tested this level again, and I got in on this consolidation here on like the 240s. And then it ripped out, and I sold majority of my position up here. And then it started coming down, and I sold a little bit more, and I was only holding a small position. Then it popped back up. I was like, ooh, let me go ahead and sell this. So I sold that. And then I was expecting it to just go higher without me, but it ended up reversing and coming back down to the 200. So, and breaking structure. It broke down under this 220. So, I'm just waiting. I like things to kind of depress, give me good prices, let me get in, and then I'll try to play it. We have 3 minutes to the open here. XOP showing some big greens there. The only difficult thing about trading crypto is it is almost purely technical, because there's no like news drops. Unless, I mean, sometimes there's news drops, but it's like not every day that you're going to see, oh, Bitcoin's doing this, they're doing this, their project's producing this. It's a lot of technical. So, it's kind of like you just got to let it play out. But we're gonna be watching MLGO out of the open to see if it gets real aggravated. It is right at the 550s right now. Has a whole dollar resistance level down here of the $5. And could go either way. It looks like there was a little bit of indecision around that 5. We'll see what happens, but it's up 40%, 4 million shares traded on it right now. We have less than a minute to the open. Oh yeah, man. I've been calling $5 on Atom for like what, a year or something. Bro, when I put out a plan to take a trade, I want to follow, especially long term. I'm like, look, I got time, cuz come on down to where I want you to be. Short term, I kind of get in there early, kind of. But if I got time, I'm here. I'm here for all the action. Like my swing trades that I got on those oil plays and all that stuff, I got time, cuz. All right, so let's see. Bank of America is starting to go down now again. Looking for some nice average true range from these movers. Looking for something that, and what I'm doing, like, I explained this on the other day, but for you guys that wasn't here, what I'm looking at is, let's say if something has an average true range of 50 cents, what I'm trying to capture is 25% of whatever move. So let's say if it's got a 50-cent average true range, I'm going to say, all right, well, let me multiply that by 25, and I'm looking for a 12-cent winner. And is a 12-cent winner worth it or not? Probably not. So I'm looking for something a little bit higher. Let's say if it's given an average of 75 cents. 75 cents, and the market is already open. I'm looking at TQQ. Hold up, let's jump over here to MLGO and watch it fail. But I can continue talking while it's doing that. Like, let's say if it's given an average true range of 75 cents, I would be looking for, 18-cent winner, around 20-cent winner. MLGO showing a little blood in the water. We'll see if it gets bought up, but right now it's got this whole dollar level down here at the 501s. But that's kind of how I calculate what I want of the move. Give me 25% and I'm out, If it's given $1 and something, I look for a bigger chunk. But looking for that range to be valid on the day. TQQ coming down. Spice trash. Okay. So the top of this candle was the 570 level for a little bit of resistance. And let me jump over here to Bank of America. Bank of America trying to fake people in off of this triple bottom looking breakdown. We'll see what it wants to do. It's only the first couple of minutes, but looking real dangerous. I like it. SPY also starting the day off red. A lot of pressure on that. We'll see if it opens up later on in the day to close up Friday. NIO down here at 874. I might swing NIO. It keeps on coming down though. That's crazy. Let's see. It's got a bottom down here at $7. I want to see it. I want to see it break that structure. See what happens after it breaks $7. How low will it go? Over here on MLGO though, coming on down. Coming on down. EBET is up. Wait, I thought EBET was up here. But yeah, EBET is definitely out of my strategy. That thing's 7 cents, bro. Let me see. Or it might have jumped up to 8 cents. That thing is yeah, 7 cents. Okay, yeah, I was right. That one is definitely out of my taste bud range. Let's see what else is popping. We got Meta popping up, Facebook popping up here. Ooh, average true range of $8.30. Wow. That's crazy. META. So at that structure, I mean, what would you do? It's $8 range, so there'll be a hefty hold. What, $8.30? $8.30, 25% of that would be $2.07. This thing is jumped up from 298s up to the 301s on Meta. Right now, is it going against the market or with the market? It is going against the market. So Meta against the market. It must have news on the day. Meta stock has room to soar. How it adds, or how ads and AI can drive growth, is some news from the barons.com. I don't know. I don't see any other news on today. It had news on yesterday though. Musk and Zuckerberg rivalry takes turn. Now Threads tries to turn the tables against X. Okay. All right, so MLGO popping back up here to this previous what looked like resistance. Big pop down to the 525s is our level that is looking like it's getting bought off of. And then the other support that we had down here is the $5 whole dollar level. So will it break structure or will it try to hold this 525 is the question. Nice little Chinese stock up 38%. All right, Fresh, peace out. Reliable said, forget NIO. Get a real China name. Hey, NIO has been around for a while, man. NIO has been, um, one of those stocks that is dependable at being a meme stock. People get in there. If you can buy a low, if you can catch a low, it could give you quite a bit of a winner, but it can definitely take money from you as well. It's been getting beat down for quite a while. I guess if EV vehicles come back into play, maybe it'll come back, but yeah, it's definitely down quite a bit on the daily chart. Coming down to, I'm looking at 750 as maybe an obvious spot for it, but we'll see. I want to kind of see it break that 750 though. I want to make sure if you just wait till it touches this level, that may not be enough. It might just break on through, and now you're under $7. Oil is back over 91. Okay, I see you trying to sneak up. I like it. INDO coming back up to 350. Hustles coming back up as well. I like it. I like all of that. All right, so hopefully oil continues this little rampage. XOP moving on up, continued from 145 all the way up to the 145.76. I like it. I like it. MLGO continues to find a little struggle right under this level, 575s. Looking like people are going to get hopeful though. Are they willing to buy this little breakout, and will they be fast enough to sell before the bots do? I smell some hope though. I think it's going to need to test that top again to really get a slingshot downward. Test the top. Stop playing. It is 837 right now. Some buyers coming in right around that 550 level. Very low float on this one though, so we'll see I say very low float. Let me actually go look at the float. I thought it was very low. All right, this is it. Statistics. Let's see what we got out here. The float is at 3.38 million. We got shares short 175K. Jump over to this MLGD. What? MLGO, my bad. MLGO. No kind of shelf registrations. Let's go over to the shorts. So short percent increase has been a 22% increase on that. Short interest, 175,000 shares. Let's see. Owned by insiders, 95% owned by insiders. We'll see what it wants to do. It's just a little party right now, but I think it needs to retest this high though before buyers give up on it. I'll be very surprised if it comes all the way back through 525 without testing this high. There's a little pump there. There's some hope coming in. Hope. Come on, push those shorts. This candle right here has 4 million shares traded on it. If it does pop up there, it's probably going to be a very painful experience for some shorts for just a little bit of time. But let's see. Holding green, I see the tape speeding up. We see 65s. Can we see over 65s come on the tape? 60, 62s, 63, 63, 65s, 68s, but cannot break out. Taking his time. If it's gonna break out, I know that some longs that are trying to scalp this are getting kind of chopped out under this this level, but for the ones that are willing to hold, they may actually get the breakout. Look at that little motion. Okay, 68's again up there. That's crazy. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. That was a very small breakout. That touched the 74s. Wow. Okay. So it did retest the top, and now it's ready to take souls. That was a crazy fast. So if you bought that breakout, you wouldn't have had time to sell right there. If you're doing your hotkeys with your hand, you would need a bot to do that. 74. So that would be an immediate loss of 25 cents right there. That's nasty. So 10 million shares on that one. Let's jump over here to XOP popping back down. Yeah, Reliable says they just issued a million or 1 billion in convertible bonds. Hmm. Interesting. Some Baba is also moving up 4%. It had a little gap up on today. I know Reliable sees that. I don't know if you added, but it had a little gap down to 83s and now it's back up to the 87s. But I know you use it on day traded. You usually hold it for longer periods. But hey, look, not looking horrible out there on Baba. ATVI. Okay. NIO continues to pump down. INDO holding that 350 level. If it can hold that until next week, I'll probably add. I was looking at this thing off of the bottom where we had looked at, and I was seeing this little what looked like a trend upwards, but I was like, well, maybe it'll break down 350 and come back and reclaim. So it did break down, but I'm gonna give it some time until next week to see if it can actually hold 350 as oil comes up. And I'll see if I want to add. Here's a daily chart look on that. So touch this little 413, 417, hit this little bottom, and I'm just waiting for next week for some confirmation that it can hold that 50 and maybe get into the 360s before I add a little bit more to that one. Reliable calling out FLCH, and Donnell is in MLGO. What is FLCH? FLCH. Is this a dividend one? Let's see. FL. It gives a semi-annual dividend of 18 cents. What is this company? Franklin FTSE China ETF. Okay. Attributes, yield, Yahoo partner. No. Where is, they don't even have a profile. They're just an ETF. Let's go to summary. Actually, let's go to check their dividends. $17, about 37 cents paid out on that dividend. Has been paying a dividend since 2017. and kind of all over the place with the dividend. But I don't really know. It didn't have a profile to tell like what companies it's invested in or what, I don't know what is underlining it to continue it moving forward. Let's go to a 5-year chart. It was up to 35 for a little bit during 2021. Came on down and is right around the 15s now. So I don't know. That'll be one I guess you have to tell me about in the future. We'll see. All right, MLGO back up here, throwing another wick towards that 570. Big wick. Okay, this one might actually go. That's a little bit too much buying right there. I don't know if the short's gonna be able to stop that. That a break of the 575s is what they're looking for. So they had a nice false breakout, and now I'm thinking this one's actually gonna be the move here. It's trying hard. There's the, wow, this is false breakout central, isn't it? That's crazy. False breakout capital around here. So this time it got up to what? 578, and now it's trying to hold up the 75s. So can we see a string of 75s up here? 74s, 79s. Wow, there's a little launch up. MLGO opening up now. Opening up to the upside. Almost up to $6. Going against, let me see if the SPY still going down. Yep, SPY still red on the day, and this one is completely going against it, up almost 50%. Oh, Reliable is saying I have to click the holdings tab. Let me see. MLGO just holding above that 570 570 level. Let me see holdings. Back over here. Holdings tab. Okay, stocks, bonds, overall portfolio composition. Okay, so majority is stocks. Let's see what kind of stocks. So the sector is weighting. They're heavy in consumer cyclical, financial services, and communication services. So 30%, 15%, and 19% there. See bonds, not really in there. Top 10 holdings, 40% of total assets. Tencent holdings, 12%. So that is their largest holding right there. Let's see, what is this? Alibaba, of course, you're gonna have Alibaba in there because Rooster loves Baba. Tencent holdings. Tencent from messaging to internet empire. Okay, this profile. Communication services and internet in Shenzhen, China as well. Their investment holding company offers value-added services, online advertising, fintech, business services in the People's Republic of China and internationally. They have a couple of things that they specialize in: digital content, including online games, videos, live streaming, news, music, and literature, fintech services, which includes mobile payment, wealth management, loans, and securities trading, and various tools. So they pretty much got a little bit of everything over there in Tencent Holdings, which is their largest holding there. So that doesn't look horrible, you know. Let's go and look at their chart. Okay, 10-cent holdings. So this is 2008. Had a little run up 2012, 2017, had a little dip. During 2020, they went up a lot just like Zoom did because more people started using those online services. Came back down to about 25 bucks and now it's sitting around 39 on Tencent. So definitely not horrible. We just need something to force people to use those online services at a higher level. And we'll probably see even more movement up. MLGO though, up here at $6. Had a high of 610 during pre-market, trying to hold up that high up here. So never did come down and test this $5. Just went up to the next whole dollar resistance. Let's actually look at it on the daily chart. MLGO. So previous lows were down here at the 436. For it to go red on the day, it would have to get back under 549s. So trying to hold up that 550 today. Very interesting. That is looking like it's a new high. First green candle getting over, what, $3 and something cents back here. Yeah, had a little gap up here, had a high of 375 back here in January and has broke over that. Okay. So where is a obvious place to buy? There really aren't any up here. You just kind of got to take the scalp opportunity. This is a scalper play here. This isn't buy the lows and then wait for it to go up. This is straight scalping. Nice. So you got a cost on 10 cent in the 20s. Nice, nice, nice. Donnell said he got MLGO from 561 and exited at the 581s. But yeah, this is definitely a scalper's moves right here. Hit a high of 622 right under the 625s. We'll see if it wants to. Oh, getting back over those 610s. Yeah, it looks like it's going to push a little bit higher. I'm seeing the tape continues to speed up, and then I'll see some green here, which means people are buying above the ask. But they'll have to continue to do that. But the size of this candle, looking back, we know it's definitely bullish. Looking back on each of these candles are smaller. The bodies are smaller than this one. This is an explosive candle. That's what we like to see. We like to see range during the day and not in aftermarket. Looking very, very nice. Almost 20 million shares traded on this thing. Looking like it wants to get on up. Can we see a break over the, well, yes we can, 650s. Will it start to hold around the 625s at $0.25 level? We got about 13,000 shares sitting there at the 630s. Let's see if that size gets even bigger. Holding right above that level. $630. Some more size. Can we get bigger size above the six? Okay, yep, there it comes over. Trying to hold over that 650 here. 630 level moving away. More size coming in at the 640s. Just needs to hold up those 40s and get through these 50s. $640. More size coming in at 646. Let's see on the tape what's coming through. 649s. Yep, there's 650s. Pushing to the moon. 650s. There's 660s. So yeah, this is definitely a bullish move here on this little stock. No doubt about it. Has a relative volume of 757. We usually look at things above 5, so it is, I mean, the volume is insane right now. Average volume year to date is usually about 800,000 shares, and it has completely eaten that up. Looking like it wants to touch 7. So yeah, there there will be no buying the dip on this one. Not a low dip on this one for me. It's probably gonna be one of those that stays above VWAP for pretty much the whole day, going against the SPY. The SPY is about to break down the 432s and go to the 431s, and this is the one that is ripping against the SPY with range and with volume. Another size popping in there at the 660s. There's the 14,000 right there. Let's see how the 660s gets tested here. Can we see more size pack up into that 660 level? Okay, so 9 o'clock bell ringing. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to get on with the rest of my day. Hopefully, if you took scalps on this, you know we're looking in the right place. We're finding the right stocks to watch that have range. You know, that's what we want to be, especially on a day trade. Swing trades are a little bit different, but Donnell took some profit on this one, taking that high scalp. And I mean, it looks like it wants to just kind of hang around here, but we'll see how this new candle opens up, what decisions it makes at the 650. But very interesting play here, very powerful move from the 575s. This little indecisive resistance ended up being a short trap. But yeah, that is it for me today. Reliable may be continuing to stream as well, so you can go and check out Reliable stream. He'll let you know if he's streaming in the chat, but I'm about to do the outro. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will be back on Monday morning. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.